Well, good day and welcome to Drive Time here, Friday in Vegas. Well, kids' school drop off done. One of the advantages of being having a business that runs without you is you get to do the things you enjoy doing, not just the things that you have to do. Today, though, I want to chat to you about two words. You're probably using them every day. In fact, you're probably using them more than once a day. They're tiny little words, and yet they have a massive impact on your success or your failure, I guess. It helps you either create further success or leads you to sabotage. There's so many things that these two tiny little words can do for you and me. I want to teach you how to use them, the strategy that I use to make sure that these two little tiny words are a massive part of your success. Hey, thanks for typing in where you're at. Good to see people here. Yeah, the webinar was a little bit of fun the other day. Thanks, Phil. Made sure that we keep on learning. England in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, the sunglasses, Alan. These are what party were these from? We get merchandise for any time we do a party. We like for birthdays, we get hats and T-shirts, and these sunglasses are actually from the pool bar at my house. It's called Cheeky's Bar. So whenever people come over, we have I don't know what these cost me, maybe a few dollars a piece. Give them to people. Anyway, back to the two tiny words that make a big difference. Mauritius in the house. Good to see. Who's with me from Asia Pacific? Anyone up early or very late or very early? Like to see it. Who's with me from here in the States? So, what are the two words? The two words are I am. I am. How do they work and how does it impact you? And why is this of utmost importance for us to know and understand? Well, let me be very blunt. How you see yourself is of massive importance to whether you go into sabotage mode or whether you go into success mode. And if you look at the difference between sabotage mode and success mode, it's a very fine distinction between the two. So when we use the words I am, it changes our whole perception of who we are and what we're about. So let me give you an example. When you became a business owner, I'm a business owner. All of a sudden, your values shifted, your identity shifted, your beliefs of the world shifted. Like before you're a business owner, you enjoyed bank holidays, public holidays, and taking a day off, being paid not to go to work. As soon as you became a business owner, you went, I hate that stuff. Before you're a business owner, you enjoyed overtime pay. Once you're a business owner, you hate that stuff. It changes your perception. When you became a parent, when whatever it is, those two words, I am. Now, there's a distinct difference between those of us who proactively build who we want to be and those of us who are reactive in building who we want to be. So if you go back to my formula, B times do equals have, which if any of this stuff sounds foreign to you, you need to go back to 30X, all right? Do 30X life for a lot of this stuff. So any of the three 30Xs, in fact, buy the package, do all three of them together. Instead of them being $1,000 each, if you buy the whole package, there's a special deal. I'll make sure Gona puts the link up to the special deal for you. So what we look at then with the be, do, have formula is about who we are. And that's what the I am statements are all about. So in the training program, you'll actually go through how to build your own I am statements, how to go through your categories, your roles, your goals, and build those I am statements. Like, for example, for me as a parent, I have an I am statement about the type of parent I want to be. I'm a patient, loving, caring parent. A superstar leader of my kids and my family. It talks about who I want to be. Now, that's the positive side of I am statements. What about if you're using the negative side of I am statements, okay? I'm just a parent, or I'm just a housewife, or or if you're a business owner and yet you continually use the I am of the job of the business. Like if let's say for me as a business coach, right? If people said to me, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm a business coach. I limit myself. I'm the owner of the world's biggest and best business coaching company. The I am statement that you use. Hey, thanks for typing in where you're at. Good to see that we've reached Asia Pacific. Who else we got from anyone from Latin America we got on this drive? If you're new to Drive Time, we all type in where we're at. So these two tiny words, I am, can make or break us. These two tiny words can send us into self-sabotage if we're limiting ourselves, or they can send us into super success if we're doing it. So in a sabotage versus success debate, where are your I ams? Because if your goals are lower than your identity, right? So your identity is ahead. Who you see yourself as is ahead of your identity, then it's very important that you will grow. Your success will come. If your identity is further than your success, if your identity is that of someone who's achieving what you want to achieve, then your success will come. Now, if vice versa, let's say you've had some great successes, but you haven't shifted your identity, you haven't shifted your I am statements, you haven't become the person that you need to become, then what happens is the exact opposite. You'll actually sabotage yourself back to your identity statement. So learn about I ams, understand I ams, build them, and be proactive in building the person you want to be. Use the statements well and use them to build yourself so that, and for me, I do my I am statements every morning and every evening. I have them typed up. I have them on my computer. I have them on my audio. So when I swim laps, I play them in my ears. I listen to them over and over and over again. Build yourself, be proactive. I am statements work, okay? Keep building your I ams. Keep building your identity for yourself. The more proactive you are in building your identity, the faster you will achieve your goals and dreams. Remember, it's be times do equals have. Who you are multiplied by what you do determines what you have. And so the reason we build these proactive statements is because of one very fundamental thing. And I'll get you to type in your biggest lesson in just a second. So everyone who's on here, what is your biggest lesson? Type it in. Thanks, Layla. What's your biggest lesson? Alan, what's your biggest lesson? Moy, what's your biggest lesson? Emilio, what's your biggest lesson over there in Italy? Pinky, what's your biggest lesson from this drive? Here's what I'm going to finish with, right? It's what you say to yourself about yourself when you're by yourself that matters most. What you say to yourself about yourself when you're by yourself, that determines the end result for you in your life. How you speak to you about you is the biggest factor. Anyway, that's drive time for today. Look forward to chatting to you again. Maybe over the weekend we'll get a chance to have a chat. If not, I'll see you on Monday when I drop the kids to school again. Take care. Bye for now. Keep building that business.